Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, back with another bussin' banger, no cap on God. Today we're going to be going through some of the most recent sneaker stories that have been cropping up. We're going to talk about this big debacle between Ye and Adidas. We've got some more Travis Scott sneakers, as well as some information about the AMM Jordan 3s. More Nike rubberies in Memphis, and a little bit more, so let's just get straight into it. Let's start off with something a little bit lighthearted. These actually dropped today through OffWhite. These are called the Ballers. And this is a basketball shoe that looks like a basketball. They even have a little air hole to pump them up. Really crazy shoe, really crazy design. I think Mischief right now has got to be punching the air thinking, why didn't we make these? It's definitely something that speaks more to their design language than Off-White's. But I guess we're in this era of meme-related footwear. It was only a matter of time before some of the big designer hitters got in on the act. We've had some announcements of some more Travis Scott Jordans. We already know about the olive lows coming out in the fall of this year, but apparently next year in the spring, we're going to be getting essentially a home version of this olive colorway. We've also got another colorway of the Jumpman Jacks that are set to come out later on this year. These are in this dark mocha and black colorway. We've seen these on the feet of Travis Scott previously, and to be honest, I feel like this colorway is one of the nicest colorways of the Jumpman Jack yet. We've had our first sneaky looks at the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 1000. Now, a couple of days ago, I spoke about the New Balance 1000 being resurrected out of the archives of New Balance. It's a shoe from 1999. It's right on trend with this whole Y2K mesh runner trend that we're in the midst of, and these look pretty cool. In it, you can see this almost iridescent charcoal burgundy type hue on the colorway, offset predominantly in black with some Joe Freshgoods touches on the front quarter as well as on the heel, as well as on the insole. They look pretty nice, they look pretty clean, and I feel like this New Balance 1000 could be a pretty hot new model from New Balance. We've had some news regarding the upcoming Air Jordan 3 AMM collab. It looks like, according to this latest news, that we're actually going to be getting 2 Air Jordan 3s. These are set to come out in July. We have a Summit White colorway and then a dark colorway in a home and an away type theme, reminiscent of the Dusk and Dawn Air Jordan 5 release from last year, and pretty similar to the way that J Balvin is releasing his Jordan 3s with the creamy color from last year and then the darker colorway this year. And whilst I'm sure we can look forward to some really nice clean colorways with some great materials, it feels a little bit like a wash to me. I mean, we've already had a Jordan 3 from AMM. What is stopping them from going and working on a different shoe or working on a completely different Jordan or something? Why do they have to go back to the well on the Jordan 3, which at the moment is feeling like it's really being seized upon by anyone and everyone? Could they run the risk of overkilling this? I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends on the colorways, the materials, and how they end up coming out, but I'm not, at least at this point, overly enthused about the idea of getting more and more Air Jordan 3 AMM. What do you guys think? Is that a hot take or not? Let me know. Right, let's talk about this debacle with the upcoming Yeezy release and Ye. Ye this week piped up and essentially accused Adidas of selling fakes. This isn't the first time he said this, obviously. If you guys wanted to watch a video going into a little bit more depth about this topic, go and check out Elliot Page's video. He made a really cool one talking about the topic. But essentially, this week we've seen the updates of the confirmed app with this new pair of Adidas Yeezy 350s. Actually, I don't even know if we can call them Yeezy 350s at this point, in the slate gray colorway. The update of the app has prompted Ye to go online on his Instagram and write out a post, as well as film himself having a little bit of a rant about the whole situation. During the week, he made a remark saying, anyone who loves Ye would not buy these fake Yeezys. I never made these colorways. I'm not getting paid off of them. And Adidas is suing me. He also said in his video that Adidas are using contract clauses and 50 years of business acumen to essentially finesse him in this situation. And so let's go through some of the points one by one. Firstly, on the points of Adidas selling fakes. On the one hand, people are saying that because Kanye didn't have any hand in creatively approving these or designing these, they're essentially Yeezys without Yeezy, making them fake. Whilst I can understand that point from a creative standpoint, according to the letter of the law, Adidas actually can't possibly sell fake Yeezys because they own the designs. Ye himself only owns 2 patents. One is for the Yeezy slide and the other one is for this random pair of heels. All other Yeezy designs are owned by Adidas. And so in a cruel twist of irony, if Ye himself was to actually sell Yeezy 350s, it would be him that would be guilty of trademark infringement. How crazy is that? On the second point of Ye being sued by Adidas for $250 million, I don't think any of us surely are really surprised at this. If you're familiar with brand negotiations with corporations or big brands, you'll know that contract clauses are there to protect both entities, but most directly the big corporation. And so it seems like Ye has maybe failed to oversee properly the scrutiny of his contract, or he hasn't had his lawyers inform him properly as to what he was signing, because he has essentially broken contract conditions that have led them to seek damages and recompense. Now, on the third matter of Ye not getting paid for these colorways, this is an act that has got a few people's backs up and has got people calling for the boycott of Adidas, as well as garnering a lot of sympathy for Ye. Whilst it is a bit slimy that Ye won't be getting paid for essentially the sneakers that he designed, I feel like the reason that Adidas aren't paying him for these upcoming sneakers is because they feel he owes them money because he has massively affected their sales. And so while they feel Ye owes the money, they're not going to go and pay him any money. So there are some people that are very much pro-Ye and are boycotting Adidas, and then there are some people that are anti-Ye and want to buy these Adidas Yeezys almost just to spite Ye. And then there are some people caught up in the middle that don't really care for all of this politic and all of this drama and all of this palaver. They just want the shoes that they like the look of and feel comfortable in. And so I don't really know where you guys stand. I'm pretty ambivalent on the matter. I'm not really that keen on any of these shoes anyway. I'm not vested in either side, but feel free to let me know what you guys think. Supreme TNF drop went down today, and this is one of those collections that has got a lot of people talking. Some people think this collection is trash, and some people think this collection is really cool. T-shirts, the shorts, the hats and stuff are all pretty cool, but most people have had their attention drawn on the jackets. You have this down jacket, and then you have this Parker jacket. And the interesting feature of these jackets is it's like a split design. On the one side you have one color, the other side you have another color, except in the case of the all black version. The cream and purple is probably my favorite. I think this is a throwback to their first ever collaboration together, which I think is really cool. But the interesting feature of these jackets is that they have a zip up the front and then they have a zip going down the back. Pretty cool jackets. Pretty bad timing given we are about to segue into spring and summer here in the UK and the EU, but I don't know, I like the cream and purple. 9 men have been arrested after $50,000 in stolen Nike merchandise was recovered. This theft once again went down in Memphis from a boxcar in a train yard. According to the story here, 35 cases of Nike shoes were found inside a Dodge, 3 boxes were found inside another Dodge, and 30 cases were discovered in a house. So apparently the way that it went down is these cars pulled up to a house and this eyewitness spotted the unloading of all of these cases of Nikes into the house. They phoned the cops went around and discovered all the stolen merchandise and then arrested these dudes on the spot. Now, this is just the latest in a string of robberies from this very same shipping yard. Boxcar containers have been a prime target for thieves over the past couple of years now, and it begs the question, what are Nike doing to bolster their security in these facilities? If you guys are into Central C, you'll be interested to know that he is going to be getting his very own Nike Tech Fleece collab. Central C has become synonymous with the Nike Tech Fleece over the years. If you've been following him, you'll have no doubt seen him in a whole bunch of different techs. But apparently not only is he going to be getting his very own Nike Tech Fleece collab, but he's also going to be getting his very own Nike Air Max 95. But I think if you're a Central C fan or you're a fan of the Air Max 95, this will be a collab definitely to look forward to. And then finally today, I wanted to finish on a bit of a discussion point. Matthew J. Welty, one of the bros over there at Complex Sneakers, put out this post arguing that the Panda Dunk is the most influential sneaker over the past 5 years. In his post, he said, I can't imagine any single shoe got more new people into sneakers than that one. And this is an interesting take because it's shining the Panda in quite a positive light given its influence. And this runs counter to the predominant narrative that's out there in sneaker culture right now that the Pandas are trash, they're oversaturated, everybody's got them, they've been played out. We're all very well familiar with the whole Panda hate trend that's been going on now for a couple of years. But on his point, comment about them being the most influential sneaker of the past 5 years, I can't really disagree with him. I do think that the influence can be localized to the younger generation, or maybe the types of people that weren't really or aren't really into sneakers in general. I think most old or well-established sneakerheads, maybe people in their 30s and 40s that have been collecting sneakers before the pandemic, probably wouldn't look at the Panda as a particularly influential sneaker, nor would they likely even have a pair in their collections. But I think from the perspective of getting people that are new to sneakers into sneakers, I don't feel like you can really go past the Panda. This is probably the most versatile sneaker there is out there. You can go with any type of fit, you can dress them right up, you can dress them right down, ageless, they're genderless. Dunk trend has been one of the biggest trends of the past 5 years, so I tend to agree with Welty here. I think that the Panda Dunk has got to be the most influential sneaker of the past 5 years, in the sense that it has gotten so many people into sneakers. What do you guys think about that take? Let me know down below. And that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. News alert, I'm actually going to be going with my missus back to Aotearoa, New Zealand for a couple of weeks. So the content over the next couple of weeks is going to be a little bit more remote and slightly less consistent, but I am excited to announce that I am going to be linking up with some pretty well-known sneakerheads over in Aotearoa to talk to them about the sneaker scene back home in NZ, as well as go through some of their favorite kicks and sneakers. So if you want to keep up with me in real time and track the journey and keep up with what I'm doing back home, make sure you go and follow me on IG and also drop me a follow on TikTok. Look forward to talking to you guys from my home country of Aotearoa. Kei te rū te manawa ki te kite atu i a koutou e te whānau e noho ana ki te kāinga. Really looking forward to seeing all of you fellas back home in NZ. And listen, drop the video a like before you bounce, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.